Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel GSA PUC Mysuru. This is the online lab session of second PUC electronics syllabus. In this session, we'll be dealing with the next experiment, that is the next oscillator circuit, phase shift oscillator. In the last experiment, we dealt with the Colpitts oscillator. Oscillators oscillators is nothing but a circuit which generates electrical oscillation. Electrical oscillating signals that generate ಮಾಡುವಂತ circuit itself is called as oscillators. But in oscillators, we are having different types. So this phase shift oscillator is one of the type of RC oscillator where we are going to use R and C. R is nothing but the resistors, C is nothing but the capacitors. In the last experiment, we dealt with the Colpitts oscillator where L and C were used. L andre inductor, C capacitor. And these LC or RC are nothing but the feedback circuits what we are going to use along with the amplifier circuit. Colpitts oscillator nalli we used transistor as an amplifier circuit. Here we are going to use op-amp as an amplifier circuit. Oscillators andre ಎರಡು separate blocks. One is amplifier, one is the feedback circuit. Amplifier nalli here I am going to use op-amp as an amplifier circuit, and in the feedback circuit I am going to use a combination of R and C in order to give the feedback from the output to the input. So for this experiment I will be using op-amp, one variable resistor, one RC resistor whose value is equal to 1 kilo ohm, and I'll be using a combination of R1, R2, R3 along with C1, C2, C3. One stage of this RC combination will provide me a phase shift of 60 degree. Likewise, I'm having three different sets. Totally 60 plus 60 plus 60, which is equal to 180 degree phase shift will be provided by the feedback circuit. And another 180 degree phase shift will be provided by the amplifier circuit where I am using operational amplifier in the inverting mode. So totally there will be a phase shift of 180 degree plus 180 degree, which is equal to 360 degree, which is one of the most important criteria in order to generate the sinusoidal signals, in order to generate the electrical oscillations. So the total phase shift of an oscillator circuit must be either 0 degree or 360 degree. So in this experiment, 180 degree phase shift will be provided by the amplifier circuit, other 180 degree phase shift will be provided by the RC network. So coming to the truth table of this experiment, here I will be using three different trials, each having a value of different resistance. So here R1, R2 and R3, all the resistance values will be same. For the very first trial, R1, R2, R3 values are equal to 1 kilo ohm. For the second trial, all these three resistors will be having a value of 2.2 kilo ohms, and for the third trial, the resistance value will be equal to 4.7 kilo ohms. Coming to the capacitance values, those values will be equal to 0.1 microfarad. So for this experiment, I will be using a ready board. So here I am having a op-amp. Op-amp is nothing but an 8-pin IC. So it is already been soldered inside. I am using three capacitors. These are the three capacitors, C1, C2 and C3. R1 and R2 and R3 must be connected in between these circuits. So let's begin with the circuit connection of this experiment. And finally, for this experiment, I'll be using CRO, that is cathode ray oscilloscope, in order to generate these electrical oscillations and measure the time period between the signals, the time period between the positive peaks. So this is the time period what I have to note down from the CRO, and from that time period, I can easily calculate the frequency, that is 1 divided by this T gives me the practical frequency. Coming to the experimental frequency, I have to use this formula 1 divided by 2 pi root 6 into RC, where R value is 1 kilo ohm for the first trial, R value is 2.2 kilo for the second trial, and for the third trial, R value is 4.7 kilo ohm, whereas C value is constant, that is 0.1 microfarad. So for calculation purpose, for the very first trial, F is equal to 1 divided by 2 pi root 6 R into C. So 1 divided by 2 pi root 6. R value is 1 kilo, that is 1 into 10 to the power of 3. And C value is 0.1 microfarad, 0.1 into 10 to the power of minus 6. So after simplifying this, the frequency value for the very first trial will be equal to 0.653 kilohertz. Similarly, you have to do the calculations for each and every trial. For each and every trial ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ C value same ಇರುತ್ತೆ 0.1 microfarad, but R value will change. For the second trial, R value will be equal to 2.2 kilo, and for the third trial it will be equal to 4.7 kilo. You have to do the calculation. After doing the calculation, you have to plot those values in the tabular column. So for the second trial, the theoretical frequency is 0.296, and for the third trial, theoretical frequency value is 0.138 kilohertz. So let us begin with the circuit connection of this experiment. For this experiment, we are going to use CRO, that is cathode ray oscilloscope, in which we are going to use the screen in order to measure the time period. Here we will be getting a waveform. With the help of a waveform, we have to note down the time period between the positive peaks or the negative peaks of the waveform. And this is a dual power supply, what we are going to use in order to give the plus 12 volts and minus 12 volts for the CRO. And this is a ready board. This is a ready board in the sense here I am having op amp, that is 741 IC. So this is the closer look of this board. Here I am using a IC 741, which is an op amp IC, and this IC is internally connected. This IC is being soldered to different terminals of the circuit connection, and this is the plus 12 volts, that is pin number 7 is connected to this point. Pin number 4 is connected to this point, that is minus 12 volts. And this is RF, whose value is equal to 10 kilo ohms, which will be used in order to vary the resistance value. And this is RC, according to the circuit diagram, this is 1 kilo ohm. And these are the three resistors, these are the three capacitors, C1, C2 and C3. And these are the two ends across which we are going to connect the CRO. That is, positive terminal of the CRO will be connected to this point, negative terminal of the CRO will be connected to this point. And the three different resistors R1 and R2, R3 will be connected between these two terminals. Here I will be connecting R1, here I will be connecting R2, and here I will be connecting R3. So in this experiment, I will be using three different values of resistors. For the very first trial, R value will be equal to 1 kilo, R2 value will be equal, R value will be equal to 2.2 kilo, and R value will be equal to 4.7 kilo. So here I am using the resistors. Resistors will be named as R1, R2 and R3. If you look into the circuit diagram of this experiment, R1, R2, R3 terminals, one of the ends of R1, R2, R3 are common, and that common terminal will be grounded. So common terminal, instead of connecting the resistors like this and this, like instead of connecting the resistors to three different ends, I am taking one common terminal, that is all of one ends of the resistor is connected to single point, and the other ends of three resistors is connected to the different three ends of the knobs. So this common end will be connected to the ground, and these three terminals of the resistor will be connected in between the capacitors, as we have seen in the circuit diagram. So these are the components what we are going to use for this circuit experiment, that is for this experiment. So let's begin with the circuit connection. Firstly, let us connect plus 12 volts and minus 12 volts for the op amp. For connecting plus 12 volts, I will be using a wire. This must be connected to plus 12 volts. So this will be connected to plus 12 volts, that is the red color knob of the dual power supply. Then minus 12 volts will be connected to this point. So this is pin number 4. For here I will be connecting minus 12 volts, that is green color knob of the dual power supply. After that, I told you that all the ends of the resistor, that is one of the ends of the resistor is taken as common, and for that common terminal I will be connecting a wire, and that will be connected to these three ends is already been grounded. It's already been connected, so I can connect this wire to any of these three terminals. So I'll be using the middle point to connect that common end of the resistor. And other three ends of the resistor, that is, these are the three ends of a resistor, this, and this, and these must be connected in between the capacitors. So I've already showed you the close-up picture of these circuit. So I'll be connecting one of the end to this point between the capacitors, and this end is connected to this point, and the last is connected to this point. Don't get confused. It is simple. That is, three ends of these resistors are connected to three ends in between the capacitors. After that, for connecting the CRO, this is positive end of the CRO. This must be connected to positive end of the CRO. That is, red knob of the board must be connected to positive end of the CRO. Positive end is nothing but the red color knob in the CRO probe. And this is the negative end of the board. That is the ground terminal, that must be connected to black knob of the CRO probe. But I already told you that whenever you are using this dual power supply, I have to use this common terminal. This common terminal must be connected to the ground terminal of the circuit diagram. So this itself is the ground terminal of the circuit diagram. For this same knob, I am just shorting a wire. So this is the circuit connection of this experiment. So after doing the connection, let us switch on the power supply of both CRO and the dual power supply. So for the very first trial, we have to measure the time period between the positive and the positive peak. So according to this diagram, or according to the waveform what is being displayed in the screen, it is equal to 0.9 and the time per division is 2. So for the very first trial, when R value is equal to 1 kilo ohm, time period is equal to 0.9 into 2 milliseconds. Now let us look for the second trial when R value is equal to 2.2 kilo ohms. For the second trial, you just have to shift this entire unit to the second trial, that is, these are the resistors whose value is equal to 4.7 and these are the resistors whose value is equal to 2.2 kilo ohms. So just shift the points to these units, that is, you have to shift the connections to these points. And now let us check into the readings with the help of a CRO. For the second trial, that is when R value is equal to 2.2 kilo ohm, the time period between one positive peak to the other positive peak is 1.8 and the time per division is set to 2 milliseconds. So the time period T is equal to 1.8 into 2 milliseconds. Now let us look into the third trial where R value is equal to 4.7 kilo ohms. Now in order to change the resistance value to 4.7 kilo ohms, shift the entire unit to these points where three resistors each having a resistance value of 4.7 kilo ohm is already connected. After this connection, we have to look into the waveform to measure the time period of the waveform. So let us again switch on the CRO and look into the waveform of the third trial. So for the third trial, when R value is equal to 4.7 kilo ohm, the time period is equal to 1.5 between peak to peak, positive peak to peak, and the time per division in the CRO is set to 5 milliseconds. So the total time period for 4.7 kilo ohms is equal to 1.5 into 5 milliseconds. So these are the three different trials for three different resistance value. R is equal to 1 kilo ohm, R is equal to 2.2 kilo ohm, and R is equal to 4.7 kilo ohm. If you are not getting the correct waveform, then use this variable resistor, rotate this variable resistor. After rotating the variable resistor, you are going to get a correct waveform on the screen of a CRO. After taking the readings of all different trials, just switch off the CRO as well as the dual power supply and remove the connections. Now let us move into the tabular column of this experiment. So after conducting the experiment, we had got the time period t in milliseconds as 0.9 into 2 for the very first trial, that is when R value is equal to 1 kilo ohm, and for the second trial time period t is equal to 3.6, and for the third trial when R is equal to 4.7 we had got a time period of 7.5 milliseconds. Here I forgot to write the unit, so this is kilohertz. So after finding out the time period t in milliseconds using the experiment, that is using the circuit diagram, we have to calculate the practical frequency, which is nothing but 1 divided by t, where t is nothing but 1.8, 3.6 and 7.5. So for the very first trial, practical frequency f is equal to 1 divided by 1.8, whose value is equal to 0.555. For the second trial, when t is equal to 3.6, frequency is equal to 0.277. And for the last trial, when t is equal to 7.5, practical frequency f is equal to 1 divided by 7.5, which is equal to 0.133. So this is a tabular column for practical frequency value and experimental frequency value. All the frequencies are in kilohertz. So with this we have successfully completed the phase shift oscillator experiment, and the result of this experiment is we have constructed a circuit and experiment was done on this phase shift oscillator where the practical and experimental frequency values are almost matching. But looking into the tabular column, you have to come up with one trial in which the frequencies values are 1, 2.2 and 4.7. In which frequency value the practical and experimental values are almost coinciding, you have to write that value in the result. So result is, so if you look into the tabular column, for the third trial, experimental frequency and practical frequency are almost matching. So for R is equal to 4.7 kilo ohm, F practical, that is the frequency which is calculated practically, is equal to 0.133 kilo ohms, and F theoretical, it is equal to 0.138 kilohertz. Sorry, it is 0.133 kilohertz, and the theoretical frequency is 0.138 kilohertz. So with this we conclude this experiment. In my next session I'll be coming with one more new experiment. Thank you.